I didn't imagine I'd be starting over in my 50s, but here I am. I'm rebuilding life, work, and identity after everything. So, if you're a Gen X woman trying to figure out what comes next, you're in the right place. My name's Karen, and I'm Gen X, navigating those middle years with honesty, humor, and hopefully a whole lot of heart. Um, I'm not doing it alone. I have my husband, Jonathan, always by my side through all of it. And we have our kiddo cheering us on from afar as they start their own life. And, when everything started to shift in my world, that means career, family, health, the direction I was going. I went looking for a space where women in our generation were talking about the truth of midlife, not the polished version, not the crisis cliches, or just real life. And honestly, I wasn't finding it. What I found were the rah rah reinvention channels or people pretending like nothing was falling apart. And neither of those felt true to my experience. So I'm creating the thing I wished existed, just an honest place for Gen X women to rebuild everything after everything. Here's the quick version of my story. So Jonathan and I hit a point in our careers that we'd built for decades. Suddenly, they just weren't stable anymore. At the same time, both of my parents were getting older and starting to struggle more with their health. They needed more support than their current living situation or I could handle on my own. And our kiddo was launching into adulthood. Um, it's a beautiful thing, but it's also heartbreaking at the same time. So everything was just shifting at once. And I was burning out. I was trying to hold it all together. And that's just everything that was happening at home. Out in the real world, there was the economy, toxic politics, healthcare that was completely unaffordable. And Jonathan and I were trying to talk about retirement and dream. And it was hard to dream when it didn't even seem like it was going to be a decade away, not even 20 years away. It just seemed impossible altogether. So we made a huge decision and we started over. New place, new work, new chapter. And honestly, we've been figuring it out every day, but day by day, together ever since. Um, this channel's not about having it all. Those days are gone. This is about what to keep, what to let go of, and what's actually worth rebuilding at midlife. So, what are we going to talk about on this channel? Reinvention, career pivots in your 50s. I'll talk about remote work and earning income from afar, caregiving and doing that without losing yourself, identity shifts, burnout, and just honest middle parts. And then we're going to throw in some Gen X in there because we're unique. We're the quiet backbone of everything, and we're the forgotten generation. Um, and then we'll talk about how to start fresh with the people you love, even when your family is spread out across the country. And for us, it's continents. We'll talk about that later. And some days we're just going to talk about how to stay sane through all of it. So if you're in that change of season, and you're just trying to remember who you are in the middle of everything, I hope you stay. Tell me in the comments what you're working through right now or what you'd want to talk about next. I read every single one. If this resonates with you, hit subscribe, stick around, and we'll figure out what comes next together after everything.